Your voices.
It's
Yep. All right. Reverend Elizabeth Brown was ordained at Camp Chesterfield, Indiana, which is a spiritualist camp that's over 125 years old. She's pursued her mediumship studies there and has spoken at many spiritualist churches in Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. Reverend Elizabeth was named 2009 Spiritualist of the Year by Michigan State Spiritualist Association of Churches in May of 2009. Reverend Elizabeth loves working with flowers along with her clairvoyance and uses them both in her readings. She also does spirit art, dream analysis, numerology, workshops, speaking engagements at Baker College, and spiritual counseling and Reiki. She's a graduate of the Awaken Your Light body courses by Oren and Davin. And Reverend Elizabeth continues to work on her mental and physical mediumistic abilities through public demonstrations of trance, galas, and platform work. And she's spoken many times here before, and I consider her a mentor because I've worked with her over the years and learned many, many things. So please help me welcome Reverend Elizabeth Brown to the podium.
Well, good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness, where'd all these faces come from? I'm in my own little world when I'm sitting over here. I don't see everyone. But I am so grateful, though, that each and every one of you are here with your smiles. And that's what I'm going to talk about today is gratitude. Gratitude for everything. I mean, there is so much to be grateful for, so much. And when I was looking at gratitude, I said, we do this all the time. Good morning, sunshine. If you ever look on Facebook, you always see good morning Monday, good morning Tuesday. Gratitude for the day that we have, no matter what happens, whatever lessons that we learn during that day. Be grateful also for those who light the flame within you. And that means that many times, our flame gets a little low because of the things that we go through in life. But be grateful for the person that walks up to you and gives you words of encouragement. They're lighting that flame in you, bringing that forward. Many, many years ago, I remember that someone had given me an envelope. And in there was some money. And I was kind of surprised, well, why are they giving me? I didn't do a sermon. I didn't do anything special that I thought of. But what it said inside is, I give you this money because I tithe to you because you have lit the flame within me. No name signed in there. I didn't need to have a name. But I thought, what a wonderful practice. Doesn't matter if it's a church or if it's a person. But if someone lights that flame within you that sparks you from the lowest depth that you're in and brings you light and love and comfort, why not tithe to that person or whatever they choose to do with it, whatever they want to do with it. And gratitude for the bell ringers, the red pots, Salvation Army. Gratitude for those people that they don't ask for anything, but they just stand there, cold, bitter, rain, whatever it is. They stand there ringing that bell. And what do they say? No matter what you give or don't give, God bless you. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. And the one man was telling me yesterday, he says, I never know what to say. Should I say Merry Christmas? Should I say, Happy Holidays? He says, I say them all, no matter who it is or what religion they are or what faith that they might be. He said, I say it all. Be thankful for new opportunities that come your way. Whenever you're so thankful, something's going to come good out of that. And my one friend, Judy, she's always thankful about everything. And many people here would know Judy Byra and I said her name. Yes, I did. But she's grateful for everything that ever comes across her. She's grateful that it's raining, she can stay home. And I'm like, really? Because she said there's a purpose for it. I needed rest. She's grateful for it. Well, I spent the weekend, Molly and I did, up there in Harbor Springs, where she lives now. And she's grateful for the little church. She's got one of these sunny dispositions that you could see her on a bike with her hair pulled back, riding down the street with a white chapel. She ended up getting her dream. She had put in for it years and years ago to live up there, and she got it. And how did she get it? It's because she's so grateful. When we were there, I slept on the floor because my back was hurting. And when I woke up, I looked over to the side of me, and there's this little brown thing in this white carpeting. I thought, oh God, what did I do? What is this little brown thing there? So when I got closer to it, it was a dime materializing right there on that floor. As it's materializing, it doesn't look quite itself till it hardens. And so I went and I picked it up and I thought, oh my God, well, we call her the dime lady. So I picked up that dime and I looked at it and it says 2019 on it. I goes, oh. So then I told Judy when she came in, I said, dime. She goes, what year's on there? And I said, 2019. She goes, thank you, David, because her brother had died in 2019. And he gives her dimes all the time, but they all say 2019. So when she said thank you, guess what? She's going to get more dimes. She'll have them everywhere. But other things to be grateful for is our loved ones on the other side. Oh my God. The people that have raised us, that have been part of our lives, who have made us become who we are, irregardless of how they taught us. Sometimes even the ones that we may not have liked in this living, they gave us something. They gave us strength to endure other things that happened in our life. So there is a sense of being grateful for what they showed us or made us look at in ourselves. Gratefulness. And when I was looking on Facebook around the holidays, I saw that many people now are celebrating the Day of the Dead or All Souls Day. Can you imagine that? This one lady, she had a nice tablecloth and she had it placed and she had pictures of her loved ones who have passed right in front of her on the table. And she had 2 plates set. And I thought, oh, wow, 2 plates set for her and her husband to enjoy her family who had passed. Can you imagine that? And in some cultures, they put a lot of food out for their loved ones, to celebrate what they liked. I remember I went to this one gentleman's house and we were going there for a class, and I looked down and he had a round silver plate on the floor. And I thought, what is that for, And it had a cigar on there. It had a glass of liquor, right there. And it had some bananas and all this. And I was like, what's that for? He says, I'm grateful for my relatives. And so he placed it at the front door so that if they came to visit, they would know that he cared. Gratefulness for our loved ones. Can you imagine that? And it continues to this day. Recently, my mother had passed March 7th of this year, 94 years old, beautiful life. Climbed the Chinese wall when she was in her 70s. I can't even walk from the chair to here in my 70s. But grateful that they had celebrated for her the passing of life and brought all our family there together to once again say goodbye or hello, whichever you want to look at it at. But in my mother's stance of me being grateful for her, many times I give people readings, and I'm involved in their loved ones' lives and that for the moment. But to actually have someone that passed close to me that, knocks my socks off, literally, is because she came through right away. And she came through on my daughter's phone on her voicemail. On her voicemail the night that she had her viewing at the funeral home. So when she came through, This is funny. She came through. My daughter called me from Arizona because she couldn't make it up here. And she goes, "Oh my God, Mom, Grandma is on my phone." I said, "On the hot phone from heaven? You know, Grandma is on my phone." And I said, "Really?" And so what happened is she sent me like the little blurb so we could hear it. She's up there arguing with her father. And then, you know, I'm telling her this answer, you know, see where it went, see where it went. So we're arguing. And she sent it to the ghost hunters in Chicago so that they could see or clarify, you know, is this really spirit or what? Well, they come back and they call her all excited. They said, there's 2 living people arguing, me and Willis, and there's 2 disembodied spirits arguing. And so my mom was telling her father, she said, "I have to get through." And her father saying, Marge, you know you're dead. Leave them alone, just like we here, leave the dead alone. Well, I guess on that side, they say the same thing. But I was grateful for the experience of hearing her voice and knowing that she is okay and that she exists. Well, they wanted to come over right away, you know, set up a date to come and, you know, set up equipment in our house and everything, because they said, "Ooh, you know, you really got a disembodied spirit talking there." Willis and I said, "No, this is her private way of coming about in life, you know, letting us know that she's there. And I don't want to disrupt that. I don't want to disrupt her showing us she exists still." But she continues to give us things, pop, pop, crack, crack, boom, boom, all over the house. Willis says, "Get her out of the dining room and put her ashes downstairs." But did it work? No, even with her ashes downstairs with Dad, it didn't work at all, because it still boomed and cracked. But it does simmer down a little bit, because I heard from another medium who gave me a reading from England. She says, "Oh, there's a mother here, you know, Marge." And I go, "Oh, okay." And she said, they kind of told her she was interfering too much in life. And so she had to back off, and she had to get permission to come through, you know. So I thought, and I heard my mom's voice go, Elizabeth, you know you can call me in." But I'm so grateful for the experience I had, because it's almost like in 3D, you know, it's unbelievable. But the thing is my mom knows all about this stuff, so she didn't have to learn anything over there. But be grateful for your people who have passed. Think about them. The more you think about them, the more they're around you, and the more that they can show you things or feel you or hug you. It hasn't gone forever. It's just that they walk through a doorway that is right on the side of us, and they want to get through to us. So how do you express gratitude? Well, you can say it. Thank you. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you, Michelle, for those beautiful cards that I always get every holiday that she makes herself with love. Thank you for the other people that come through and they share something in your life all the time. Thank you for a gallon of milk that you might receive from your parents that you didn't have when you were growing up. You didn't have the money to buy it. Of course, my father, when he brought me a gallon of milk, he didn't realize they stole our microwave. He puts the gallon of milk right there. But he brought me a gallon of milk. I'm so thankful for that. Write down your gratitudes. Write them down. Write them down. Write down everything someone did. Take 10 minutes and write down thank yous, for this gift and that gift, and talking to me when I was sad or I was going through something. Write them down. And then thank those people. It's important that they know that you made a shift in their life. You helped change them. Track your blessings. If you get dimes, track them. If you get whatever it might be, a rainbow.
Track your blessings.
Tracked it.
Sorry.
Oh, what was that me? But track your blessings all the time. Is my voice, is that my voice?
That was Josephine.
Oh, okay. Right, Josephine, track your blessings. Put them in a journal. You know, look at them when you can. Willis and I were in a group that we formed called the Intenders. And what we would do is every time that we would meet, we would write down 5 things that we are grateful for. You know, at first it's like, I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for the sun. But after a while, you find even more things to be grateful for. I've got a car that runs. I have a pillow on my bed. I have sheets. I have everything that I need. I have food in my refrigerator. The more that you're thankful for, those things can get more and more into your life. Meditate on it. Bring your heart rate down. When you meditate, it really, really helps heal you. Is because your blood pressure, everything goes back into place. And you're less crabby with your spouse. Believe me. Live it and show it. If you are a grateful person, live that gratitude. Be that example that you're trying to put out in this world. If you want gratitude back to you, you have to show gratitude. Those simple words, thank you, can sometimes be the hardest thing for spirit to get through sometimes. When they come through, sometimes the life that they led with their family, the family goes, no, I don't want to hear from them. Tell them to go away. I said, give them at least 1 or 2 minutes to show you that they're different. You don't have to forgive them. Let them say something. And when they do, they can move on their way and keep going. Gratitude books, journals. If you're a writer or if you want to put on the computer, write about what you experienced in this life and what you're grateful for. Send thank you notes. Now, we always used to be really big with that. Now we send a little text that says, oh, like. But sometimes those personal calls, those personal words that are wrote carry so much energy in them. Sometimes I can see that when I look at someone's signature, or, you know, a lot of people are getting those tattoos where the certain verses that their mom said or dad said or uncle said, you can literally see the energy on them. And believe me, as a medium, I don't care if they have long sleeves on, I can feel that energy vibrating. And I said, there's something wrote on your arm, you know, I might not see the letters, but when they move it back, I see the signature and I see their words, always with love, Patty. And it's like, oh my goodness. So words wrote out, brought into our world, birthed in here, are so strong with us. So what are you grateful for? That would be the question that I want you to think about this week and when we get to Thanksgiving. What are we and what are you grateful for? Is it for this beautiful church that you can come here on a sunny day or a rainy day and listen to the music that is chosen? Cat Stevens, I love too. If it was Willis, it would be Pink Floyd. But I love Cat Stevens also, and Willie Nelson. I love their melody and their voices and the way that they get their words across. Listen to music. Find things in your life to be grateful for. My father, when he passed, it's been probably 15 years now. He'd probably be 106, I think, if he had lived. But before he died, it was in December, it was his birthday. And so we had some of the grandkids, we had some of the family together. And my dad was only probably about 4'11", I think, by the time he had shrunk more. And we had him sit in the middle of all of us on a little stool that he could kind of move around on. And I had one of those huge candles that had like the 3 different little candle parts that you could light. You know what I'm talking about? So I lit them, and I mean, this candle is heavy. I lit them, and I had said to my dad what he meant to me. You know, what you gave me, Dad. You know, what you have meant to me all these years. And then I passed it to the next person. And we had probably about 12, 13 people sitting around, grandkids, great-grandkids, all sitting there. And so we lit it, sent it to the next person, and they were sharing. Even the younger ones were crying when they said to Grandpa, thank you for taking me fishing. Thank you for, you know, picking me up at school when Mom and Dad couldn't pick us up. And the things they brought up were from their heart. And so as it went around, and you could see that big candle with the light on their face, and as they're sharing and they're crying, when it got to Dad, I gave the candle to Dad, and he's holding it like this, and you could see tears running down his face. People don't know how much we love them unless we tell them. And so the next day I went to pick up my niece to take her to school. My dad comes out, and he kind of does a roundabout walk in a circle to get to the car. He came up to the car and gave me a cough drop. That's a symbol. Every time I see cough drop or smell cigarettes, I know it's Dad. So he gave me a cough drop, and he goes, Liz, I didn't know anybody cared about me like that. You know, sometimes we do things just automatically, but we don't know, you know, and we're not even looking for appreciation. But to get it is worth it. So find traditions in your family for people before they leave. You know, if you have an aunt that's 90 years old, visit her. Tell her that you care, whoever it is. But find ways this year of being grateful for them and what they've given. Let them eventually take those memories with them to the other side. And believe me, they're going to come visit you too. Remember when you gave me that? So talk to your loved ones on the other side. Love them. Don't forget them. Even the ornery, miserable ones. Even the red-headed stepmother. Don't forget them. Talk to them. Tell them that you care. It's because eventually, guess what? We're all going to be up there before the next troop of living people come to be of age. God bless each and every one of you, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you.